I exposed the world of stolen cars. Here for
This
this.
is a stolen car and it's been taken from someone's driveway just like you or me. Organised crime gangs are making millions a year by taking our prized possessions and selling them for
Confession, quick confession chat. I was actually thinking of starting to do this, dog. Like I want to start stealing cars. Yo, 'cause I need money, dog. I want money, dog. And these niggas have money, bro. Like stealing a Beamer. Like you're stealing an X5. Not a lot of money, but it's something, dog.
huge profits. But today, a key member of one of those gangs has agreed to show us exactly how he steals, hides, and sells these stolen cars across the UK. When
Hey,
a car thief steals a
this could be educational, dog. Maybe I could start something,
car, we
yeah,
think that they
after
may
this.
drive around until they see a random car that they like the look of and take
Nah,
it.
they know
But
you.
what if I was to tell you, in fact, weeks of planning has gone into that exact car being stolen? And then shockingly, we're going to expose the method they use which allows them to sell this stolen car for full retail value. And if you
What?
guys had brought it, you'd have no idea. It's untraceable. This man is a member of one of the biggest organised crime gangs in the UK. They are responsible for millions of pounds of cars being stolen every year. This isn't no petty thief, this is a serious criminal. Right, thank you for meeting us. Right, what can I call you?
Charlie.
Charlie. What would you say your occupation is?
I'm a car thief.
And how
Of
long have
course.
you been doing that for?
Around 6 to 7 years now.
And have you ever had another job?
Not legit job, no.
And what about money could you earn, like doing what you're doing now?
It's better than a normal job, let's put it that way.
What?
Doing what you're doing now.
Okay, it's cutting down the, so let me try to put it in theater mode so y'all can see.
It's better than a normal job, let's put it that way.
Let's go back.
That for?
Around 6 to 7 years now.
And have you ever had
Yeah.
another job?
Not a legit one.
And what about money could you earn, like doing what you're doing now?
It's better than a normal job, let's put it that way.
So, do you just steal any car?
No, actually, it takes weeks and weeks of planning on what car to steal. Because really, they got to be a high spec car. and certain
GTI
people in the
Corvette.
organisation, they get assigned to different places.
Look at this nigga fat
different
ass
type
trying to
of
get
cars,
into the
but
car,
most of
dog.
it
What
is
the fuck?
mostly high-end. And we've got this type of new way to maximise our profits, but
Look at him, look at him, look at him. Look at him. This nigga can't even fit in the car, dog.
really, they got to be a high spec car, and certain people in the organisation, they get assigned to different places, different type of cars.
Hold up, what do you say?
So planning on what car to steal, because really they got to be a high spec
car.
and certain people in the organisation, they get assigned to different places, different type of cars, but most of them is mostly high-end. And we've got this type of new way to maximise our profits, but that takes a little bit extra planning, but every bit of money's worth it.
Charlie is part of an organised crime gang, and above him at the top is a leader who orchestrates the entire operation. He orders a very specific car to be stolen. It needs to be a specific make, a specific model, and even a specific colour. Why? Well, we'll get onto that later in the video. But what I can tell you, if they get it right, this new high-tech stealing method is making huge profits. So you're looking for a specific car, so how do you find that car?
Well, I can show you if you want. Well, sometimes we get given locations, but sometimes I've got to get off my ass and I've got to go around all day, drive about to look for.
What?
Sometimes I've got to get off my ass and I've got to. Sometimes we get given locations, but sometimes I've got to get off my ass and I've got to go around all day, drive about to look for that car. Sometimes it even takes me weeks to find that car, but once that car's found, then we've got it.
So where would you find that car?
It varies really, so we've got keys to actual locked garages and stuff, for like council car parks, stuff like that. So we can go around to some of them, we go to supermarket, car parks, all stuff like that until we find that exact car.
Wow. And when you find it?
Then the tracker will go boom, straight onto the car, and then for the next week or two we'll be following the car about and seeing where it moves.
To the houses?
They've been to houses, work, school runs, you name it, and we do it.
So why are you following them then?
just to see the perfect opportunity that we might have to get that car.
Right, I get you. And the perfect opportunity, why, for what reason? Less risk?
Yeah, it'd be less risk. We don't want to involve people we don't know, no interactions, no one trying to be heroes and stuff like that. So we need to know the exact time and location that's perfect for us.
Wow, so you, the victim, could be going about your normal day right now, and the thief could be tracking your exact location, waiting to steal your car. They know where you shop, they know where you work, they even know where you live.
This is why, dog, I don't want a GTI, dog. I don't want no polo in my life, dog, because I know it's because of problems.
This is much deeper than I anticipated, but why go to such lengths? So you found the car, then how do you take the car?
Well, it does vary on how we take it, but really, we do the relay. You have to relay it.
Yeah. That relay theft.
If we can't relay,
Ma?
Ik kan zo dat video van de spot.
Yeah,
En dan loop naar de boek, maar
what for you?
Yeah?
What for you? Don't feel like the ring, Scott Sinwar.
Yeah?
White ring, Scott Sinwar.
Every 3 hours.
Yes,
Scott Sinwar. Ilikuwa neli waneli ngaphandle.
It's what for you, la wakhe.
Mbona kune nyawo liwane.
Oh,
relay it, which it doesn't really happen, but sometimes it do. We'll have to get the keys from the house.
So you'd break in?
I'd break in here. If that don't work, there's only
ooh, look at this rack, dog.
we'll have to get the keys from the house.
So you'd break in?
Ooh. Nah, this Beamer is clean.
Break in here. If that don't work, there's only one other option. We have to Grand Theft Auto it, and that is take the person out of the car. But that only when it comes to the worst of the worst.
So you'd remove somebody from that car?
We remove them from their car, yeah.
Because it's that car?
Because it's that car, because of that specific spec we need.
That's pretty scary though, like, you know, to have that physical interaction.
It would be traumatising, yeah. But we've got to do what we've got to do to make our money. There ain't no jobs out here for us, so got to make a living somehow.
It's scary that these thieves are following people like us, stalking us, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce and steal our cars. Sometimes finding the right car is luck, but there are certain locations that Charlie regularly checks to find that perfect car. Okay, so where are we now?
This is one of the locations where we could find our cars. So I've got the key for it too.
These garages are designed to be a safe place for people to store their possessions. Only a select few people have these keys, but somehow Charlie's gang has got a copy. So what's that for? Where's that key for?
This is a council key for the council lockup. So this is actually a council lockup right here.
So all these padlocks are the same?
All these padlocks are just the same.
So that's a council key?
Council key. Council padlock.
So you can get into any council car park?
Oh yeah.
That's mad.
So this is just it. We won't stay here too long. But you can find anything in these, trust me.
You have to imagine in each one of these garages somebody has kept their car in here thinking it's going to be safe. But by the sounds of it, that's not the case. And that key opens the gate, nick whatever, drive straight out.
Literally it.
And how many locations does that key get you into?
Countless. Countless locations.
So how do you get hold of a key like that?
Can't tell you that, mate.
Quiet garages like this are the hold of a key like that.
Can't tell you that, mate.
Quiet garages like this are the perfect place to steal a car from. But alternatively, when a car is stolen, the police and the owner are going to be out looking for it. So these off-grid, out-of-sight underground areas are perfect for hiding that hot car.
So, you see garages like this? They're repos, get my chip.
Yeah, what's the repo?
Garages like this? They're repos, get my chip.
Right, so that's the same padlock.
The same padlock, same key. The next fiddly because I've had 2,000. But this is just a garage that's been repossessed, as you can see, padlock off, key. But sometimes, if we have no place to put one of our cars, could spend the night in here too.
Especially being blocked off, you can,
Especially being blocked off, no one else is going to have the actual council key.
and that's going to look like there's nothing in
So
it.
it's going to look like there's nothing in it.
And you've got plenty of these.
We've got plenty of you. Plenty.
Have you got one right now with a car in?
Probably.
Yeah, I can show you.
We can see a stolen car today.
I'll show you, yeah. One though, only one.
This is a mad situation. The scale of this is clearly way bigger than I initially thought. So before he shows us an actual stolen car, I wanted to go to a quiet location to learn more about this new lucrative way of car theft and how they're making so much money that they're willing to do all this crazy stuff. So you mentioned earlier there was a new way of making big money.
Yeah.
So what's that?
So if we had a stolen car, we could buy a whole new VIN, sign a whole new V5 for that car.
So that there wouldn't be a marker on that as a stolen car?
There would have been no mark on that as a stolen car now.
Every car which leaves the factory comes with a VIN number, a vehicle identification number. It's a 17-digit code made up of letters and numbers. It's a totally unique code stamped and encrypted into numerous places on every car. When a car is stolen, you report it. It's put on a police database where the model, spec, VIN number and registration number of that car is flagged if it is seen on the UK roads. Now that means if this car is spotted, the police are instantly alerted of its presence and they make a move to seize the vehicle and the people inside. Owning a car with a recorded stolen VIN is a prison sentence waiting to happen. But if they have a clean VIN, they simply don't show up as a stolen car. So what type of cars can you buy an ID VIN for?
Well, you like your Lambos, so if we say Eurus, I could probably get one for 10% of the cost of a Eurus, so 20 grand.
So you could get a Urus VIN,
For 20 grand, yeah.
a clean ID
Clean,
to a
yeah.
Lamborghini.
Yeah.
How do you come across a clean VIN for something so expensive?
Well, with the Lambos now, a lot of them will go abroad, so it leaves behind loads of clean VINs, obviously.
In 2022, 600,000 cars were exported out of the UK. Now, when that car leaves the UK V5 VIN is no longer needed, as the new country has its own paperwork. Now, that leftover UK V5 paperwork should be destroyed. But the DVLA are never finding out that that car has ever left the country. And that leftover UK V5 is being fraudulently sold on the black market. And then it's being transferred onto stolen cars. Where does that VIN ID, where does that come from?
You can buy it, there's the group chats for it, but you've got to come across the right contact.
Right, okay. And then when it's stolen, you steal it, where do you put it then?
In somewhere like I've just shown you, one of them lockups.
And then somebody come and collect it.
The man that comes to collect it, he's going to be the one that changes the VIN numbers and the plates to match the new VIN that we've got.
So that clean ID will then go over to that stolen car.
And that car will be clean, nothing, no mark or nothing.
And is that traceable?
No, it's not traceable.
So that's a legit car.
That's a legit car out there.
Where does that get sold?
You can sell it in garages, we buy any car online, anywhere.
So would you say there's high-end cars right now with these VINs which people are driving around in?
Some of them definitely are. You could go buy a car today and that car could potentially be stolen. That could be a 200 grand car, could be a 100 grand car, could be a 50 grand car. It doesn't matter.
And that car's worth full retail money?
And that car will be worth full retail money, yeah.
And I suppose really it could then go to another person, another.
Yeah, it can go around to generations of people, it can go around to loads of people. No one's going to know that car is stolen.
So what is your job in this whole organisation?
Well, I'm just a small piece of the puzzle here, and then wait for the boss for him to get the VIN number.
Nigga's talking like he's the boss. Like he's the boss man, dog. And he's saying he's just a small piece of the puzzle. Yo.
But before we know what car to go get.
And what would you...
And then wait for the boss for him to get the VIN number before we know what car to go get.
And what would you get out of that as a monetary value?
Well, I can earn more than
Oh, okay. They first buy the VIN number. After buying the VIN number, he's told, go steal the specific car. And then when you steal the car, that specific VIN number will be waiting for the car. Okay, cool. Makes sense now.
And what would you get out of that as a monetary value?
Well, I can earn more in a night than people do in their month's salary, so.
That's crazy.
And that car would be worth more than so many, yeah.
So changing that VIN to the clean ID, is that a complicated process?
Well, it is. Anyone can buy anything to do the VIN online. Anyone can actually buy the equipment to do that.
So I could do that today?
You could get the equipment, but you're going to have to know someone special to be able to engrave it.
Okay, so the engraving part's the
The
hard.
engraving part is the hard part, but you can buy all the parts online.
To see if it is possible for someone like me to get these parts, I gave it a go. Within the hour, I had everything that I needed. I had these VIN stickers, which I paid £50 for, and in fact, I was ready to be asked questions, and I was going to say I needed them because I was repainting my car. They never asked me a single question. Now these are just stickers. All you got to do is peel the old ones off and put the new ones on. The worst part is the windscreen one, where you just have to take the glass out and afterwards put it back in. It's that easy. Registration plates, well, we all know that's super easy. Apart from engraving the chassis, we have everything we need to swap the car over. But you might be thinking, Mark, it's not that easy because some of those VIN numbers are electronically stored in the brain of that car. Well, so we've got Dips, he's an auto electrician genius.
How are you again?
Right, a car.
Yes.
How many places is that VIN number stored electronically?
It's pretty much stored in every single module. Stored on the ECU, the body control modules, airbag modules. Now they're actually storing information on all the headlights. Pretty much anything that's electronical within the vehicle will have the VIN number.
Okay. So if you steal the light, we'll know it's a stolen VIN light. You'll know it's a stolen light through the VIN number.
Stored on there.
Okay, so those VIN numbers, which are stored everywhere, if I gave you a different VIN number, could you change that to all of those parts?
Oh yeah, easily.
It's mind-blowing how easy it is to order these bits you need to transform that stolen car into a clean car. The internet is a powerful place, sometimes for bad things and other times for good things. And one of the great ways to use the internet is to keep on top of your health with Manual. They test to see if
There's an ECU that I'm working on currently. Some vehicle
number inside an ECU.
first.
See how Dips can change the stored VIN number inside an ECU.
First thing we do, there's different ways of doing this now. On some vehicles we can do it directly on the vehicle itself, so we don't have to disconnect anything or take any modules out. As an example, this is an ECU that I'm working on currently, where we've got to check it as well. But with this one, we call it bench mode. So we basically put it on the bench, connect wires to it. Once we've done that, we can then communicate with the ECU on the bench. And then from that we can read the VIN number. Once we've read that information, if I had another VIN number that I wanted to input onto this, I can then just write that VIN over the original VIN and change the component security.
And you'd never ever know that's been done.
Oh no, you wouldn't know.
So all this stuff you've got here,
Yeah.
it's obviously specialist stuff.
Yeah.
Could I buy something similar?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Not difficult at all. It definitely, but this is the whole fight between the manufacturers and the people that are stealing the vehicles and like changing VIN numbers and stuff like that on them.
The trouble is, the thieves, they're not idiots, are they?
No, they're not.
They're clever individuals who are computer savvy and they're working their way around this.
I would happily say that they are as clever as the people that are working in the manufacturing plants and creating the software and stuff like that. They just want to make their money a different way.
Manual makes it super easy to test yourself. You can click the link in the description
Oh my
to do
God,
an
bro.
in-depth blood test with testosterone. We will steal the car, especially with relay theft. They won't actually have a working key. So, how easy is it to program a new key? One last thing before you go.
Yeah.
If a guy had a stolen car and he had the equipment to plug into that OBD port and he wanted to reprogram a brand new key to get full control of that vehicle for the future, how long would it take them?
If they know what they're doing and depending on what vehicle it is, about 10 minutes.
And what car?
That's fast.
It could be anything from your basic Ford Fiesta all the way up to a Lamborghini.
I give up. I honestly give up. Big thanks to Dips for coming along, and if you want to know more about his channel, link is in the description. Now, when I realised that I had low testosterone, a doctor from Manual contacted me and suggested that I started TRT services. This will help bring worth doing. If you want to test yourself, you can use my code MARK45 for 45. So how many cars have you done this process to change onto a clean VIN?
Well, we've done so many, some of your viewers are probably driving around in a stolen car.
You really think that?
100%. Some of your viewers are probably driving around.
Clean VIN.
Well, we've done so many, some of your viewers are probably driving around in a stolen car.
You really think that?
100%.
I just don't. It's the full retail thing which blows my mind. Like you're not trying to flog a stolen car. You are selling a fully legit, perfect car which could be 200 grand.
Yeah, could be more. You never know.
So how old were you when you stole your first car?
Around 13?
13 years old.
13 years old.
And were you earning money then?
No, then it was more of a fun joyride thing. I didn't start earning the money until I got a bit older, like maybe 15.
15 you were earning?
Yeah.
And how much money?
Oh, I was getting a good couple of grand here and there.
So at 15 years old, you were walking around with a couple of grand in your pocket?
Yeah, 100%.
And what did you do with that money?
Do it.
Dumped it out the wall like all 15-year-olds would.
Just spent it all?
Just spent it. But I knew I could make that money back no matter what. So I just spend and spend.
Okay, so I understand the process. Can you show us an actual stolen car now?
Yeah, I can.
It's just
Wanna
fun.
go?
Do we want to go? Do you want to go?
I reckon you boys should.
It's scary, though, isn't it?
You'll be alright, come on, let's do it.
So this is one you've stolen?
Yeah, this one I got a couple of days on, yeah.
So why is it in here?
Because it's on its cool down period at the moment, so we need that little bit of time just to let that car cool down. Trying a bit while we're waiting for the person to come to the restaurant.
Oh, waiting
Just
for
let that
the.
car cool down. Trying a bit
Oh, waiting for the person to
while
come
we're
to the
waiting
rest.
for the person to come to the restaurant.
And this car, you were told a specific car?
Yeah, got told the spec of this car and this is the car they wanted. Do you want to see it? Don't be scared, boys. So this is just one of our little locations where we'll put them.
It is crazy to think that we are stood in front of an actual stolen car. And the reason we get access to these people is because they want to tell their story, and that is thanks to you guys watching these videos. So if you want to see more of this content, please drop us a subscribe. And of course, it's free.
Yeah, I got told to get this spec, so that's what's in the garage.
That is somebody's car right there, isn't it?
I think that's enough, boys, I think. And that's it.
And where did you initially find this car?
So I see it parked up at the supermarket, I put the tracker on it, followed it to the location, I gave it 2 days and I had it after that.
Can I ask you, did you see the person get in that car?
Yeah, I did see the person getting the car.
So you followed that person?
I followed that person.
And they had no idea?
They had no idea.
So, was this like a relay theft?
No, this is a break-in.
So this was into somebody's actual house?
This is in someone's actual house, yeah.
And were they there?
Yeah,
And they had no idea?
no idea.
Now, we've seen in the past that the normal car thief will take the car as fast as possible, and that's for obvious reasons. Now, usually if there's something to slow them down, like bollards, wheel clamps, steering lock, then they move on to somebody else's car, an easier pick. But because there is so much profit in this and they need this specific car, unfortunately it motivates them to go to more extreme lengths to steal it, and they will do whatever it takes for that big payday. What happens if they come here? Is this location tied to you?
No, this got no ties to me at all.
So what's this, a bit of cash?
To the person who owns this, the amount of money we are giving them over the week's period is enough for them to keep their mouth shut. Let's just put it that way. They're earning enough to put food on their tables.
So cool down, and then somebody comes,
Someone
picks this
will
up.
come, change over all the VINs and all that. Give it a week period after that, and one of you lot might even be buying this car. So,
That there, what, 15 grand car, 10, 15 grand car, and that's what you're going to get.
yeah, we will get around that for that car, yeah.
And the way I see it, if that clean ID matches that stolen car, everything's changed and swapped correctly, how is that traceable?
It's not. It's generally not traceable. So I've got £15,000 worth of car, which no one's going to find again.
That's the mad thing, that like this car could be for sale in a main dealer.
Yeah. So you could go to someone you bought cars off before in a garage and you've got to trust them, but they still don't know this car would have been.
That's the thing, isn't it? They don't even know, and they get bought, sold.
Bought, sold. So some people probably even bought 2 cars over the time, and they're both being stolen. Like.
And scale-wise, just in your guys, how many of these are being done, say, a week?
Probably about 10,
10 cars
12
every
cars a
week.
week.
Every week.
Every week, without a doubt. Yeah, chill out, boy. It's only a car, innit? They can get a new one. Insurance is a thing for a reason, you know what I mean?
It's
What?
clear.
They can get a new one. Insurance is a thing for a reason, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm also
It's
paying
clear
for
to me that for
insurance, bro.
Charlie,
Fuck.
this is just normal life. He's not thinking about how it affects the victim.
Yeah.
I want to understand what motivates him and how he's found himself with this life. So why this career path? Why are you stood here today, and why have you chosen to steal cars?
Well, I've not chosen to do it. I have, but I haven't. I've more been brought into it because there's not a lot of opportunity for us lot. So we do this to get around, to make our living, because we've got no other opportunities anywhere else.
So, have you ever been caught?
Yeah, that's why I'm on this.
That's not an Apple Watch then.
Nah, it's not enough. I wish it was an Apple Watch, mate. Nah, it's tag.
So what time have you got to be home?
I've got to be in at 8 o'clock, so I don't let offend at no time. But as I said, it's not stopping us.
So how are you earning your money right now then?
I just don't think I do it at night in the daytime.
So it makes no difference.
Makes no difference.
Wow. Okay. And then why is that on your ankle?
Because of what I've been doing. All the cars.
So that is from stealing the car.
Yeah, I have been caught for it, yeah.
And the consequences?
I'm not really that bothered by the consequences, to be fair. It is what it is.
What?
And the consequences?
I'm not really that
That's bothered. Not bothered by
bothered
the
by the consequences, to be
consequences.
fair. It is what it is.
Could that mean jail though?
Yeah, 100% could be jail.
And is that scary?
No, not necessarily, because you going into jail, you just meet the people that do the same stuff as you. It's giving you more opportunity to make it more of a widespread thing.
So you could come out a better criminal when you win it?
Yeah, could be, yeah.
What?
Depending on who you meet in jail, because you do meet a certain amount of people that do this thing.
But is it scary in there?
Not me personally, but it's not for the weak-minded people. If you're a weak person in yourself, then prison's not going to be easy for you.
And have you seen bad things in there?
You could say I've seen bad things in there. I've seen people get hot kettle watered, beat up with plugs in the end of people's socks, they swing them at you, you get hit one of them, it's game over.
Is there any enjoyment from taking that car?
Yeah, there is a lot of thrill and a lot of enjoyment out of it. It's not even just the enjoyment, it's the thrill of knowing you're behind that stolen car and no one can do anything about it.
What, almost like an adrenaline rush?
Yeah, it's like an adrenaline rush, you're constantly pumping. So.
Are you not scared of going around the corner and a police car being sat there?
Even if we see the police and we've come round the corner, I'm confident in myself that they're not going to get us. They literally, they can't drive here at all.
So as we've seen today, crime really can pay. And to be honest, this is way bigger than...
Crime pays, crime
We've seen
pays.
cars of value being stolen, which is way bigger than I could have ever imagined. And I honestly think this is untraceable. Like me, you, we could be buying stolen cars and even driving in stolen cars right now and not have a clue. How we fix this?
Yes,
I
this.
honestly have no idea.
How much my car lasting? Oh, yes, yes. W video, man. Yeah.
Money time, money wild, money run here. The year in your time, you ain't found here. See it in your wild, man, it's so clear. Money time, money wild, money run here. Money wild, money tight, you don't tie none. What your girl leave you, that is awful, huh? She gon' leave when the money kinda awful, huh? She gon' leave if she get a better offer, huh? You got money, you can never get it offer, huh? Money time, money wild, money run here. Could tell by your why you ain't found here. Wrong hood, you don't really wanna walk here. What's real, what's fake, you and I know, yeah. Shout out to the Don Giuliano, yeah. Had to find the money with my eyes closed, yeah. Found it in a place only I know, yeah. Got the guap in knees, arigato, yeah. Got the guap on the knees, arigato, yeah. Don't worry worry about the kids, where they got those in. Money time, money wild, money run here. Could tell by your wall, you ain't found here. Wrong hood, you don't really wanna walk here. Spit a cheese, man, you really wanna talk here. Tell by the top, you ain't found here. Seen by the wall, man, it's so clear. Money time, money wild, money run here.
Money Productions.